I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
KUAM TVH, first on Guam.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at Matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
The world has a new pope, and Catholics on Guam are reacting with hope and big expectations for what comes next. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with the story coming up.
A shakedown Thursday at the Department of Corrections Manila facility turns up major contraband. I'm Jonah Gancharfus, and coming up tonight on Primetime, I speak with the director to find out what's the latest as far as the investigation.
An emergency donor campaign is underway to help Humanities Guahan meet the match. More on ways to get involved coming up. Hafiday and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Thank you so much for ending your week here with us. Well, after just 3 rounds of voting, the conclave came to an exciting end with the election of Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV. Nevaeh Anderson has the story.
Habemus Papam, we have a pope. Pope Leo XIV was elected as the 267th pope just hours ago, and the news is already making waves here at home. Greeting a crowded square at St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Leo opened with,
La pace sia con tutti voi.
In his first address, he called for unity and peace, urging the church to remember the, quote, brave voice of Pope Francis. Drawing from his years as a missionary in Peru, he called for a church that builds bridges, welcomes dialogue, and embraces all with love. He also gave a heartfelt shout-out in Spanish to his former congregation in Chiclayo, Peru. Here on Guam, Catholics are just as joyful, even if the outcome isn't what they expected.
We surprised that the first American elected for the first time. However, we're expecting also that the Pope will be elected from the Philippines, which means Cardinal Tagle. But it's okay. We are happy that we have a new Pope.
And their hopes for the new Holy Father?
Yeah, hoping that the new Pope continuously doing what Pope Francis did in our country. Not only U.S., but whole nation.
Guam's local leader in the faith, Archbishop Ryan Jimenez, also shares in the excitement. He says, quote, may Pope Leo shepherd our people with the deep love and compassion of Jesus Christ, steadfastly upholding the tenets of our faith and extending the light of Christ to all people with wisdom, courage, and humility. Now, Pope Leo XIV's election is historic in several ways. He is the first U.S.-born pope hailing from Chicago, Illinois, and the first from the Order of St. Augustine. Before his election, he was the prefect of the dicastery for bishops and had a long missionary tenure in Peru, where he was deeply involved in pastoral work. Setting the tone for his papacy, he chose the name Leo, paying homage to Pope Leo VIII, who was known as a reformer, emphasizing diplomacy, advocating for scientific progress, and defending human rights. A new era for the Catholic Church is beginning, and many say they are hopeful about what Pope Leo XIV will bring to the global stage and how his leadership could inspire change right here in our island community. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
It was a story that KUAM broke this morning on our social media platforms. A cache of weapons, flammable materials, and suspected explosives found inside the Department of Corrections Manila facility during a shakedown has raised urgent security concerns. The seizure comes at the close of Corrections Week, which began with a federal investigation involving corrections officer. We spoke with the Director of Corrections about the ongoing criminal probe. Jonah Gancharfus has more.
About 2 p.m. Thursday, corrections officers conducted a shakedown inside the dome, one of the housing units at the adult correctional facility in Manila.
Just keep these security shakedowns. They keep, the inmates in check, just in case they're trying to have contraband and stuff. We're always looking for that.
Director Fred Bordallo Jr. says officers acted on information about possible contraband stashed elsewhere in the facility. But due to the ongoing investigation involving the Guam Police Department and federal agents from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, he's unable to disclose the exact location.
A lot of the contraband, as you can see, that we shared with KUAM, a lot of that is flammable and some explosives too, right? And that's alarming, you know, and with that amount in size, as I've been saying, and to the other, this appears to be look like the inmates were stocking up on this in this one area.
Photos from the seizure show the scope of what was recovered: sharpened weapons, mobile phones, drug paraphernalia, cans of butane, and even power tools. Even more alarming, what that contraband may have been intended for.
We're going to use it for a mass riot. We're going to use it for a mass escape. And then, of course, worst case scenario is we have inmates in our facilities here that are in protective custody, you know, our government witnesses too, and areas secured from the general population.
While no internal affairs investigation has been launched within DOC, Bordallo says the department is monitoring who had access to that area.
I have them standing by with this case because we're looking at who are the individuals assigned to the housing unit.
The discovery comes at the close of Corrections Week, which began with news of a federal investigation involving a DOC officer. It's been a challenging week for the department, but Bordallo says the actions of a few don't represent the many.
A majority of our officers, employee, and staff are walking a straight line, doing their jobs, being professional. So one officer's misconduct doesn't define the entire organization.
Jonah Charfis, KUAM News.
On Monday, Joan will have more about what steps are being taken to tighten security and what this means for DOC moving forward. In other news, a man who impersonated law enforcement as a joke and led police on a high-speed chase now faces multiple felony and misdemeanor charges. 33-year-old Chris Jr. Anderson Tadtauta was arrested after a Facebook post reported a white SUV using blue lights was trying to pull people about a week ago. The Guam Police Department determined the SUV was not part of any critical fleet. Just after 3 p.m. Thursday, officers located the SUV in Ordot and attempted to engage with Tadtauta. He allegedly led police on a high-speed chase from Ordot to Barrigada, ran all red lights, and nearly hit a pedestrian crossing the road. He eventually slowed down and pulled over near the intersection near Happy Mart. Officers found a stolen firearm, crystal meth, and drug paraphernalia inside the SUV. Tadtauta's girlfriend told investigators that he turned the blue lights on as a joke to slow down cars. Tadtauta is charged with possession of a concealed firearm, possession of a firearm without a firearms ID card, possession of drugs, theft by receiving a stolen firearm, impersonating a police officer, eluding a police officer, and display of blue lights. He has been booked and confined at the Department of Corrections. Well, the last time we checked in with Humanities Guahan, they were on the verge of shuttering due to federal funding cuts. Now the nonprofit is launching an emergency donor campaign, and they're calling on the community to help sustain the vital work they've carried out for over 30 years. Here's more on how you can get involved.
A $200,000 emergency grant from the Mellon Foundation is more than just money. It's a glimmer of hope for Humanities Guahan, which recently lost over $750,000 in federal funding due to cuts from the Department of Government Efficiency. This grant is a chance to breathe, to keep the lights on, bring staff back, revive core programs that nourish the community, and continue sharing the stories that matter.
We hope that this money can go to things like our Mother Read programming, our programming with like DOC and their RSAT program there. Those are some of our lower cost programs that we know will be able to use some of that foundation money.
With this lifeline comes a new challenge and a powerful opportunity. If the community can raise $50,000, the Mellon Foundation will match it dollar for dollar. CJ Ochoco, Executive Director of Humanities Guahan, shares why local support is more critical than ever.
I think a lot of that sustainability will come from community support, which is why the Mellon Foundation wants us to raise $50K from the community to show that it is possible, that together we can support programmings like this.
That spirit of giving already taking shape, with Matson stepping up last month with a $10,000 donation. And while it doesn't count toward the match, Ochoco says it made a big difference,
helping complete Nothing Micro about Micronesia, a recent island tour with Tieta Productions that reached local students.
We had so much good feedback from the kids who for the first time were able to hear their language and their stories spoken on stage, and so we're so grateful. Very appropriate that Matson's donation went towards transport and then also to continue to help support us during this time.
Stella Choco says the nonprofit is looking at cost-cutting measures to keep overhead low, with staff remaining remote and part-time as they prepare for a future likely without federal support. Meantime, over $1,000 has been raised so far, as every penny counts toward the cause. To join the effort and help Humanities Guahan reach the match, visit humanitiesguahan.org and look for their Meet the Match campaign. Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
Half-a-day Fresco Fridays on KUAM News. Presented by Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas. Located in Hagåtña, just across from the Gani Shopping Center.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replay, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game, slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Welcome back to Primetime. Now to that new trade agreement between the U.S. and the UK, the first since President Trump paused most of his tariffs in order to negotiate trade deals.
Very big deal, right?
Tonight, President Trump is touting his first major agreement since his tariff rollout, the framework for a trade deal with the UK.
Both countries have agreed that the economic security is national security and will be working together as allies.
He says final details will be ironed out in the coming weeks. The 10% tariff the U.S. imposed on UK imports last month will stay, but the new agreement will roll back American border taxes on British steel, aluminum, and cars. In exchange, the British will open up access and lower tariffs for American companies selling beef, poultry, ethanol, and other products.
They're opening up the country. Their country is a little closed, and we appreciate that. They'll also be fast-tracking American goods through their customs process.
The president reaching the agreement overnight with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
I think it's really important that we've been able to get this deal over the line now.
The deal sparking a 254-point surge in the Dow, but still looming large tariff talks this weekend between the U.S. and China.
If the talks go well, would you then consider lowering the tariff rate on China?
Well, it could be. I mean, we're going to see. Right now, you can't get any higher. It's at 145, so we know it's coming down.
Traffic at the port of Seattle is already slowing, with no new container ships arriving today.
How troubling is that?
It's a real concern for us. Out here on the West Coast, we are really trade dependent.
Today, the Tigers of Talofofo Elementary School turned the page on their final chapter, celebrating the end of elementary and the start of a new journey into middle school. It was a proud moment, not just for students and their families, but for their amazing teachers, who we celebrate this week and beyond. KUAM getting a front row seat as the 5th grade graduates let out one last roar to remember.
After years of writing their stories, the 5th grade class at Talofofo Elementary School turned their final page, celebrating the end of one chapter with a heartwarming graduation ceremony Friday. For graduate Mason Uggan, it's a bittersweet goodbye, leaving behind familiar hallways, cherished friendships, and the comfort of home as he prepares to write his next chapter in middle school.
Are you excited or nervous for middle school?
Nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because I don't want to leave my school.
But are you excited for new adventures ahead of you?
Always.
Fellow Tiger Terrence Guerrero is also looking forward to what's next, but carries the wisdom of what he's learned along the way.
Be safe, be respectful, and always be responsible.
Those words echo in the heart of classmate Alameo Linger, who says it's the people, not just the lessons, that made her time unforgettable.
Everyone at my school is nice. They treat you with respect, and they're really great people.
And behind every one of these graduates are dedicated educators, like Tiger teachers Cecilia Guzman and Gavin Diego, who poured their hearts into helping these young minds grow. Their words and wisdom will continue to shape these students long after they leave the classroom.
If you believe you can do it, you can. Be respectful, safe citizens.
Congratulations again, and happy Teachers Appreciation Week. Well, tomorrow's a big day downtown at the mall as the first Salute to Service Day is being held. The event celebrates those who wear or have worn the uniform to protect us.
When we put the call out, we got a lot of great feedback. So we do have all the military branches present. I feel like that's also a little bit rare. We have GPD involved. Anderson Fire Department is bringing their fire truck, so that'll be outside for a little touch and tour for the kids. And then we also have the UOG ROTC program will be doing the color presentation. And then we have the GDOE and Guam High and Father Dueñas JROTC programs to do a showcase as well.
The Saturday event also transitions into next Monday's start of Police Week activities. Well, at one local tire shop, customers aren't just driving off with new treads, they're rolling away with some pretty cool furniture. Tire technicians are putting sustainability in the driver's seat by repurposing worn tires into treasures. Mitsuki Hirayama has the story.
Sustainability can start in simple and small spaces like here at one local tire shop, where its technicians are turning these tires into treasures.
At Goodyear Tire Center in Upper Tumon. Most customers come in to get their tires rotated, but some are leaving with something far more unique.
We sell 6 tires, 6 chairs already. I think last month.
I think we made 600 some, right? Dollars out of it.
Shop manager Rob Keat and tire technician David Joseph sharing what can happen when someone looks at something old and sees something new.
We're doing what they say, a man's trash is another man's treasure.
Keat has been working at the shop for more than 20 years and Joseph for some 10 years. They've seen their fair share of old tires destined for the dump. It's why in their free time, the duo repurpose rubber into chairs, tables, and benches, all right outside their garage bay. They're entirely self-taught, no blueprint, just a lot of elbow grease and imagination.
We all started from YouTube.
Yeah.
From the phone, we watch it, and then that's how we become new.
Each piece they build helps keep tires out of the landfill and put sustainability in the driver's seat.
We help the island clean, At least we don't throw it around somewhere, and we make something out of it to keep the island clean.
Tires can take hundreds of years to decompose, if at all. Joseph encourages others to practice sustainability and help keep our island clean.
If you want a chair, you can order here or come see us and we'll make one for you. And not only that, to keep the island clean, do not throw it around, just, get used, make something out of it.
Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News. Now for a look at your world at home.
Here's a view from Santa Rita, Sumay.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
At the heart of Guam, there's one place where everyone comes together. Kmart, your American superstore, celebrating 30 years with you. To our brave service members, enjoy a special military discount every day as our thanks. To our local community, we've grown with you, bringing trusted brands at prices you love. This season, celebrate with us. From fiestas to family gatherings, we're your one-stop shop. Since 1995, we've grown with you. Here's to 30 years of memories, savings, and the spirit of Guam. Kmart, where everyone is family.
Bye. I wish they could move back home.
Should we build on a honeymoon? Yes. Yes!
First Hawaiian Bank knows that family comes first. That's why our bankers work with you to make your what-ifs a reality. Personalized service and digital tools, all under one roof when you bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Sushi, better with Pepsi.
Happy day, guys. Welcome back to another edition of Foodie Call. And today, we're here at NCS in Dededo to check out Finn Japanese Restaurant.
Oh, yeah. So today we're trying their miso de Nancy pokichos, their ahi poke bowl with a mala sauce, kind of inspired by like Chinese flavoring, and the crunchy spicy tuna roll.
Cheers.
I love their chips.
You can never go wrong with poke and crispy wonton chips.
Yep.
So good.
I'm trying not to move.
You're so used to poke either tasting like mayonnaise, soy sauce, but you've never, and sesame oil, but you've never tried it taste like chili oil. Delicious. And of course, we can't forget about our friend,
Mr. Pepsi. Cheers.
Yum.
Wow, that was good.
And now, moving on to the final dish.
Crunchy.
We have the
Crunchy, spicy tuna roll.
Period. It's literally sushi, but you get more of it. So it's kind of like...
It's like a mini burrito.
Yes.
And that wraps up another edition of Foodie Call, guys. Thank you to our friends here at Finn Japanese Restaurant for the delicious food. And of course, to our friends at Pepsi.
Because of course, sushi is better with Pepsi. Don't forget, guys, come check out our friends here at Finn Restaurant at NCS in Dededo. They're open from Monday to Friday, 11 to 2 p.m. And they open back up for dinner from 5 to 9 p.m. And on Saturdays and Sundays, they're open all day from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Sushi, better with Pepsi.
It's a Fresco Friday, everybody. Dude, peep the shirt that our friends at Fresco are letting me wear today. Hey, you know what? I'm a Sanchez man, and I'm wearing JFK colors, right? Nothing wrong with that, man. Hey, they had our back the last couple of years. They gave us a place to stay. So much respect for Fresco and my friends over at JFK. Green and gold all the way. All right, you know what is also all the way is our friends at the Skip Entertainment Company, because Elevate is their latest production, and they are bringing you top-notch performance. So make sure to get your tickets. Hit up guamtime.net. They're always doing really, really good things. It happens on the last day of the month. 2 shows, 1:30 and 6 o'clock. Make sure to be there at the Phoenix Center in Chalampago. Remember, Chalampago, not Mingilo. All right, what else we got? Garden to Table, G2T. That's what it's all about. And we are going to show you these 4 amazing foods that you can grow in your garden, in your yard today, that are really going to make a difference in how you feel, how you cook, how your family is living healthy. Sweet potato, moringa, papaya, and first off on the 27th, the chaya. So make sure to get your tickets for that and book time there. And story time. I'm all about story time. I grew up on story time, going down to the Aganda Library, and our friends over at the Lions Club are bringing you a story time. It's on Zoom too, so you can join with your children in the comfort of your own home and enjoy an amazing story. Make sure to check this out, because make sure to register though. Lions Club Reading, bit.ly/Lions Club Reading, and Life Jackets Save Lives. Of course, that's what it's all about. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Go Islanders! And you know, hey, before I go, congratulations to the Friars. They graduated on Wednesday. Biba FD. Congratulations to all the graduates. Happy birthday coming from John Mercado to Mom. Hey, Mother's Day is this weekend too, so this is perfect timing. And John says, in all caps, by the way, to the most loving woman in the whole wide world. Happy birthday number 87, Mom, coming from all your loving children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren here and in the States. We love you so much, they say, and we wish you many, many more. So, Mom and all the moms out there, we hope you have a wonderful weekend. We hope you have an amazing Mother's Day. We hope you are treated like the queens that you are. And happy birthday to this wonderful mother, too.
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Someone here is getting old.
Someone here is getting old.
Your Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake winner
for this week goes to...
An ice cream cake now belongs to our winner this week, Sky Mangrobang. Sky, we will reach out to you. We'll send you a DM and let you know that when you can swing by Cold Stone Creamery and pick up your delicious prize. Happy birthday once again. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
And that's your primetime show. Thanks for watching. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Ali, Mogithin, Hafadade Zantiro, Rananim, Kasalaliay, Lengwo, and Yakwe. And welcome back to another episode of the One Micronesia Show. And remember, this show is brought to you by our friends at Daiso Guam.
Craving a snack break that actually hits different? Swing by Daiso Guam, located inside the village of Donkey, and stock up on your favorite Japanese treats. They've got it all. Sweet, savory, crunchy, or cute. There's something for every craving. And while you're at it, explore the rest of the store. Daiso Guam, inside the village of Donkey. Come for the snacks, leave with a bag full of surprises.
We kick off the show with a recap of the keynote speech by Marshall Islands President Hilda Hine at this year's 2025 UOG Conference for Island Sustainability. Check it out.
At the 2025 University of Guam Conference on Island Sustainability, island leadership took center stage. Among the most impactful voices was that of Her Excellency Hilda C. Hine, President of the Republic of the Marshall Islands. Her speech blended personal reflection, cultural pride, and an unwavering call to action in the face of the climate crisis. President Hine opened with a memory, her childhood in the Marshall Islands, where she and her family lived in harmony with nature. This traditional way of life, known as manit, was rooted in sustainability, resourcefulness, and deep respect for the land and the sea. She reminded the audience that manit isn't just a way of life, it's a legacy, and one her people are determined to preserve.
As one of 10 children and a daughter of a pastor, I really learned early on what it means to live sustainably. We didn't have much in terms of material things, but we were content with what nature provided the family. Thanks to my father's farming skills and the resourcefulness of my parents, our needs were always met, and we always had fresh vegetables, eggs, and other nutritious food from our own backyard, including fresh fish and seafood from the ocean. This is the time when field trip ships from the main island come to the outer islands like once every 6 months. Sustainability was not a buzzword back then. It was just how we lived. It was practical. It was what we call manit, or traditional ways of living. That way of life shaped who I am today and fuels my commitment to a future where we return to the balance, not in a nostalgic way, but with the benefits of new tools, partnerships, and knowledge. At the heart of sustainability lies environmental sustainability, which revolves around preserving and nurturing the health of our planet. This principle entails the responsible use of natural resources, reducing waste and pollution, and conserving biodiversity. And genuine environmental sustainability calls for urgent action to combat climate change, protect ecosystems, and reverse environmental degradation.
She also emphasized that climate change crisis is not only an environmental threat, it's a cultural one. As seas rise, they threaten not just homes, but identity, language, and the spirit of Marshallese heritage. For the Marshall Islands, this is personal. And while the crisis is global, President Heine stressed that solutions must be rooted in local realities.
Today, in the face of climate change and rising sea levels, our nation is not merely trying to survive. We are working hard to be sustainable. We are working hard today so the future generations may thrive. For Marshallese people, culture is deeply rooted in our land and traditionally erodes our chiefly system. When we lose our land, we risk losing our lineage, our history, and the social structures that hold our communities together. It puts at risk both our tangible and intangible heritage, our sacred sites, our oral histories, and the traditional knowledge and materials that define who we are.
The Republic of the Marshall Islands is not standing still. President Heine detailed how her nation is adapting.
Our National Adaptation Plan, NAP, is our blueprint for survival, guiding us through the accelerating impacts of climate change. Coastal hazards and sea level rise pose critical challenges, forcing us to confront difficult questions. At only 2 meters above sea level, questions such as which atolls and communities are to be fortified, elevated, and saved. How do we maximize our efforts with limited resources? Elevating all of our islands and atolls is costly. Therefore, strategic action is critical. Clearly, we must focus on our most populated communities where retreat is not an option. One of our most pressing challenges is securing fine and large aggregates for fortification, shoreline development, and land elevation. The Pacific region is making progress, though only for limited land areas compared to the urgent need. We are learning from the experiences of Kiribati and Tuvalu, and we are actively exploring new, more sustainable approaches. One of these is the World Bank-funded aggregate study near our 2 urban centers, Majuro and Ibai. It highlights the intense link between small aggregate security and climate security and provides the primary pathway for climate change adaptation in atoll nations. Our priorities are clear. Fine aggregate for urban seawalls and revetments to protect communities from storm surges and coastal erosion.
The Marshalls is laying the groundwork for a future where island nations don't just adapt, they lead, and they do it while staying rooted in culture, in Manit, and in each other.
It is vital that we continue to invest in education, training, and workforce development, especially in areas like climate adaptation and marine resource management. This means investing in our people, especially women. I am proud to share that 59 of our women recently completed a training in solar energy technologies, lighting the way for more inclusive and sustainable development. Their success is proof that local innovation and empowerment are at the heart of resilience.
Her Excellency closed with a global call for nations to cut emissions, support island-led solutions, and act with the urgency the moment demands. Her final words echo through the conference hall and beyond.
The question before us is not whether we can rise to this challenge, but how quickly we can do it. Sea level rising is going up really fast. The future of our islands depends on the decisions we make today. Our goal is not just to protect what we have, but to create a future where our islands are stronger, our people are empowered, and our way of life can endure. Komoltada, thank you very much. Thank you.
From the wisdom of Manit to the urgency of now, Marshall Islands President Hilda Hine reminded the world that climate leadership is already alive in the islands. The time to act is not someday, it's today.
Inspiring and empowering. Those are the two takeaways from that keynote speech. Thank you so much to Her Excellency, President of the Marshall Islands, Hilda Hine, for coming all the way here for that beautiful speech. Guys, we're going to take a break and we'll be back with more of the One Micronesia Show.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
One Micronesia Show continues here. And now we sit down with the voice of Micronesian, D.U. Harrow, to talk about a recent big event that went down here on Guam. Check it out.
Micronation lit up Guam on a beautiful Sunday night, March 30th, with an unforgettable live show featuring a powerhouse lineup: Island Pulse, AJ Rhythm, the dynamic duo of Hara and Mehmet, and of course Micronation to close out the night. The crowd was electric, the vibes unmatched, and the message was clear: this is just the beginning. What started as an idea between friends quickly turned into a full-blown production. From scouting talents to locking in a venue to promoting across the islands, every detail was powered by passion and purpose.
And the first song, the whole dance floor was just packed already. I think everybody was waiting because we opened the doors at 6, then we didn't start till like 7. So everybody was like itching to dance. So right when Island Pulse went up, they went up for like a good hour or so. And then AJ Rhythm went up and did a bunch of his originals, his rap originals, and it was insane. It was great. It was very poetic. Like, I don't really understand a lot of Chukis, but the way he was explaining to me, like basically translating what the song means, I love the meaning behind it and all of that. And he's just a very poetic guy. So. And he wasn't shy at all, so he did a great job. He went up there and he owned that stage. And then after AJ Rhythm, then it was Hara and Mehmet. Hara and Mehmet went up, and obviously everybody was just going crazy. It was insane. And I didn't think that on a Sunday, for one, we were gonna get this amount of people coming out to to come out to a concert.
With the venue packed and the crowd buzzing, the expectations were sky high, and the artists delivered. But more than just music, it was the sense of unity, the pride, and the power of culture that resonated the most.
It's been a while for our community to have anything like this, like a fun night concert. So I think everybody was just excited for it. And the fact that Hara and Mehmet were going to be here, I think it was, not I think, but it was a great night.
Dee shared that this event proved something powerful, that big events like this can happen here, and more importantly, that artists from across the region now have a platform to grow, step out of their comfort zones, and do something bold, something different, something that shows the world who we are as Micronesian artists.
I feel like we wanted to make this thing a little bit more different, a little bit more concert style.
like, you know, when Maoli or like, you know, like Ekolu and all these big artists, when they come to do their shows, we wanted to make it something like that for our community, because we've never had anything like that. And I think it would be good to show people that, hey, we can do this too with our own artists, like the local talent that we go super hard for. Because I feel like in our community, the FSM community, the Palau community, Micronesian community, Marshall community, we go super hard for our local talent. Why not throw a concert? Showcase the talent that we already have.
She also addressed something rarely said out loud: the stigma surrounding Micronesian events and parties, often unfairly labeled or expected to end in violence. But this night, it was far from that. The energy was of pure love, celebration, and unity, and the turnout was just as amazing.
I cannot express enough how much love and support and just pure joy that night. Like, I wasn't really like, you know, behind the stage in the VIP room. I was walking around making sure everybody was good and all this stuff, just observing, you know, just to see like how everybody is. There were like a few Chukis boys that were coming up and pulling the military, like, come on, you gotta experience this, you gotta dance. And oh man, I loved every minute of it. And there was no like animosity, nobody was there for drama. It was just a really good night.
This past March, the Lime event venue became a celebration of culture, connection, music, and creativity. And for Diuhara and Micronesian, this was just the first note in a powerful anthem that's only beginning to be sung.
Well, stay tuned for our next show. And big ups to Island Pulse, AJ Rhythm, Hara and Mehmet, Micronation, our sponsor, Taichobu 03. Thank you all for, you know, putting a great show together and inspiring the youth and just being the best people that you can be on stage and off stage. We love you guys, and stick around for July.
Another inspiring talk about musicians and talent right here in Micronesia. Thank you so much to D, Micronation, and the crew for putting together that concert. And we can't wait to see more down the line. Guys, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more. The One Micronesia Show. The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Chicken? Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. One Micronesia Show continues. All right, earlier this year, I had the opportunity to sit down and join in a doula training. Now, what is a doula? I didn't know at first, but then after this training, I figured out what it does and how impactful this training can do for our community from Guam and throughout Micronesia. Take a look.
In this interview, we're taking you inside a powerful doula training that took place earlier this year right here on Guam. We had the chance to speak with Jane Flores, the instructors and participants, to learn what this workshop meant to them and how it's helping serve the island's diverse communities. From personal stories to cultural connections, their insights show just how impactful this training really was.
This Guahan Doula project is the Bureau of Women's Affairs' answer to our very high maternal and infant mortality rates. Guam has the highest maternal and infant mortality rates of all the U.S. territories and some of the highest in the states in general. And so what studies are showing, National Institutes of Health, March of Dimes, separate state studies, are that introducing doula care, which is care that focuses on the pregnant mom, has helped to have higher, more positive pregnancy outcomes, healthier moms, healthier babies. So that's something non-medical that we can do here on Guam to help reduce our infant and maternal mortality rates and have healthier moms and healthier babies.
We provide support to pregnant, birthing, and postpartum women and their families and their support systems. We connect them to resources. We help to advocate for them. We also provide physical, emotional, mental, and sometimes spiritual support. And when I say mental, I don't mean from a mental health perspective, but just in holding space and listening to them and listening to the daily struggles that is being pregnant and postpartum. And we also support the family in being able to be more supportive and help to educate the entire community on how to support pregnant and postpartum women and just, you know, how to be that village that we always talk about moms needing.
So my friend was telling me about this program which related to health. And so that's why I joined. It will be helpful for especially women that are pregnant in our island. The fact that we don't have that much supplies, especially outer island of Yap, that not all of us, we can go to the main island, the main hospital to deliver.
Oh, it's been really great. I've learned a lot. I've never really known that doula has so many capacity, like they have infertility, they have birthing, they have postpartum. You know, I always just thought that doula was just for birthing. I didn't know it was for other things. So it's an eye-opener.
I was interested in getting involved because I myself am pregnant and I know how much it can benefit moms, especially they may not know what a doula is. So with our island in much need of parental guidance and prenatal care, I really do feel that it's a calling for me to be a part of this doula program, and I'm learning so much from the beginning to the end, and I hope the community can be more aware of what doulas are so we can reach more women out there who are not so educated about who and what a doula does.
I wish that I learned the things that I learned today before, because I would have loved to advocate for myself, and I believe that if I knew these things, I would have had a doula myself, and I feel like that would have helped me, especially postpartum.
So I'm going on number 4, and it made such a huge impact to have that person of support there to help guide me, to show me what else is possible, give me more education, and really empower me. And as I've had each child and gone through the labors and the deliveries and all that, and discovered so many new things as each baby was different, it really made me want to see how I could further help other moms along the journey. So I didn't know that the doula route was where I would be, but I'm really happy with it because I get to curate this to how do I want to support other women, how do I want to support moms, how do we make it so they know that they're not alone, and empower them to have the birth that they'd like, really changing the story for them. I think empowerment, sovereign birth, free birth, like showing them that anything is possible if you want it. Let's try to design it and bring it to life.
So much information yesterday. It was really shocking. I love it. It's gonna help a lot, especially back home. There's really no support system. So I believe this program, if there is, a lot of our young women, most especially, they're gonna get a lot of support from this, yeah.
But all that to say, a lot of the feedback has been very positive. We've trained over 500 people in the last 8 years, and many of them are our collective members. And so that's another unique thing about our training, is that once you are trained, you then have the option and ability to become a part of our network of doulas, or collective members, as we say. And that is essentially being able to provide continued education to our doulas, continued responsibility, and accountability, so that our doulas are doing things in alignment with our scope of practice and all of those different things.
We are having another training in August. Birth Workers of Color Collective is going to come back out here in August. So we are going to get the word out and hopefully train even more women to become doulas, because this is something that, and we're trying to build sustainability into the program with regard to including doula care in Medicaid and in GovGuam's insurance plan. We are working on that right now. So this is something that we really want to build into a sustainable, non-medical practice that helps women to have healthier babies and healthier pregnancies on our island. They can either email info.bwa@guam.gov or call me at 671-483-6409.
This doula training wasn't just about learning, it was about healing, empowering, and building stronger support for families across the islands. A big thank you to Jane and the team and all the participants who share their voices and takeaways. Their passion and purpose are creating real change in our community.
A huge thank you to Jane, the instructors, the participants, and the organizers who put that training together. Thank you guys so much. Guys, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more of the One Micronesia Show. The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Super speed your life with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet. Get symmetrical upload and download speeds up to 5 gigs. Get started with Fiber 500 at $145 a month, Fiber 1 gig at $215 a month, or Fiber 5 gig at $299 a month. Plus, get 2 SuperPod 6Es with any plan, and a free EcoFlow River 3 and bonus welcome kit with 1 gig and 5 gig plans. Experience tomorrow's islands today with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times,